Welcome to this explainer. Look, today we are totally ditching abstract coding theory. Instead, we're going to focus on how to build 3 highly practical Python tools that actually solve real, everyday digital annoyances. If you've ever felt completely bogged down by repetitive computer tasks, you are absolutely in the right place. The overarching goal for us today is to build things you'll actually use. We are completely bypassing those totally useless beginner exercises. You know, the ones like programming a simple game of tic-tac-toe that you'll look at exactly once and then forget forever. We're skipping all that fluff. These projects are actually going to be interesting and useful. We want to build tools with a real practical use in your daily workflow. And honestly, this is exactly why we automate in the first place. We're trading in all that slow, clunky manual work and those crazy expensive paid subscriptions for fast, free Python automation scripts. And the best part? These solutions often take literally just a few lines of code to execute. You really don't need to be some master programmer to save yourself hours of tedious clicking. So here is our modular toolkit agenda for today. Project 1 is a batch image editor. Project 2 is a totally free YouTube video downloader. Project 3 is a simple PDF merger. And finally, we've got a highly useful bonus section on fast shell scripting to tie this whole shebang together. All right, let's jump right into Project 1, the batch image editor. Time to ditch the manual editing. So think about this for a second. How do you quickly edit a massive batch of photos for social media without having to manually tweak every single one? If you've got a giant folder of images you want to prep, opening them one by one in heavy software like Photoshop it's a massive, time-consuming pain. Well, the solution is actually incredibly straightforward. By using Python's super powerful pillow library, we simply define our input and output folders. From there, we just apply a standard for loop using the os.listdir function to access and iterate through all the images in that folder automatically. It essentially puts your entire editing process on a high-speed conveyor belt. And this brilliant little setup shows just how easily you can apply comprehensive edits all at once. Right inside that loop, you can slap on a sharpness filter. You can convert the images to grayscale using the .convertl command. You can fix the orientation by rotating them -90 degrees, or even boost the contrast by a factor of 1.5. You literally just run the script and boom! Your entire photo library is edited and saved right into your output folder instantly. Moving right along to Project 2, the YouTube video downloader for totally free offline viewing. Picture this scenario. You're about to hop on a super long flight with zero Wi-Fi, or maybe a long road trip. How on earth do you save videos for offline viewing without having to fork over $10 a month for a premium platform subscription? Well, the completely free solution? It takes exactly 15 lines of custom Python code. Just 15. We do this by utilizing a fantastic little library called PyTube. With just a handful of lines, you can completely bypass the paywalls and save the content directly to your hard drive. The logic going on here is beautifully streamlined. First up, we import the sys module so we can capture the video link right from the command line using sys.arguv. Next, we have the script print out the video title and view count to the terminal, really just to double check we grabbed the right video. Finally, we tell the script to fetch the highest resolution stream available, so you're getting crisp 4K instead of some pixelated mess, assuming you aren't running on potato internet, of course. But seriously, you want to know the craziest part of this entire process? It takes exactly 2 lines of code to trigger the download of that high-res stream straight to your custom folder. You define the stream variable, hit .download, and you are completely done. No joke. All right, next up is project number 3, a simple PDF merger. Let's combine your docs in seconds. Look, we have all been there, right? Dealing with those absolute nightmares of university assignments or endless corporate reports where you have to combine multiple PDFs into one single file. But uploading your private, highly sensitive documents to those incredibly slow, ad-filled, web-based merger tools, yeah, that is far from ideal. Give it about 5 minutes, and you can build your own secure, local tool for this. Using the PyPDF2 library, you just write a script that iterates through a folder. It checks if a file ends with .pdf, just to make sure it's grabbing the right docs. Then it appends each one to a PDF file merger object. And finally, it rates a nice, clean, combined file locally right to your machine. 0 web uploads required. This whole process, barely 10 lines of code. I mean, just think about the return on investment there. 10 lines of code written exactly once, and it replaces an incredibly frustrating repetitive chore with instant automation every single time you need to merge files for the rest of your life.
And finally, we hit our bonus section, fast shell scripting. This is the ultimate shortcut. So what is a .shell file? Basically, it's a shell script that executes a series of commands directly in your terminal, acting like your own custom shortcut. Normally, popping open your terminal, manually changing directories, and typing out the whole Python execution command takes annoying, wasted seconds. A shell script handles all of that tedious background routing for you instantly. To build this protective sheath for our Python tools, you just pop open a terminal text editor like Nano. First, you command it to cd, or change directory, into the specific folder where your Python file actually lives. Then, you simply write the command to run that Python file. That's it. Now, the absolutely crucial thing to nail here is the formatting. You literally must include the specific hashtag, exclamation mark, bin/shell header at the very absolute top of the file so your terminal knows exactly how to read it. Plus, if you're passing a link, like we did for our YouTube downloader, you use the $1 variable. That just ensures the shell script knows to grab whatever link you pasted and pass it straight into the Python program. Once you've got that saved, executing it is just so incredibly satisfying. Typing one tiny command like zshyt.sh followed by our YouTube link executes your entire Python workflow in a fraction of a second. The terminal automatically routes to the folder, boots up the Python script, passes the link, and downloads the video before you can even blink. But listen, the real power of this explainer isn't just about copy-pasting these 3 exact scripts. It's really about adopting that engineering mindset. It's about looking at your own annoying, repetitive daily problems, taking maybe 5 minutes to read up on the documentation for libraries like Pillow or PyPDF2, and then coding a custom solution that perfectly fits your specific workflow. So, you've seen the mechanics in action. You now know that some serious, time-saving power can be packed into just 10 or 15 lines of Python code. Armed with this modular toolkit and a totally new perspective on automation, what everyday digital headache are you going to automate away next? Seriously, think about it. Find the right library and get coding.